Hey guys, Leon here, and in this video today, I'm going to share with you the 5 benefits that I have found from not drinking alcohol for 365 days. So the very first benefit that I found is that I have clarity. So what do I mean by clarity? I mean, when I drank alcohol before, I rarely had any good level of clarity. It was like I was kind of going around life with almost like a very small amount of fog in my eyes. Now that didn't make a difference if I'd had 2 pints the night before, or a couple of drinks the night before, or if I'd had 10 pints the night before. It destroyed my clarity. But I kind of want to go a little bit deeper than that. Now, being able to think clearly is like the precursor to doing anything interesting in your life. It's being able to know exactly what you want to do and then implementing it on a long-term basis. So when you have clarity, your whole life usually goes better. And this is why you see a lot of, alcoholics that completely turn their whole life around. And it's kind of because they stop drinking, then they're able to see what they really want their life to look like. And then because they're not drinking, they have that clarity, they're able to implement. And for me personally, that was a very big game changer. I stopped drinking. I went to do personal training for the second time. I started building a business again from scratch. And I was able to think clearly about, was this really something that I wanted to do? Because it was going well. I had every reason to kind of stay in that job. But I had this absolute clarity that I wanted to be location independent. I wanted a business that was portable. I didn't want to build a business where I'd be stuck in that business. So, it's a very location dependent personal training. So I basically moved everything online and then slowly started getting some more kind of, location independent work. And now it turned out that now I make videos full time and I love it. And I'm so happy that I made that decision, but I can guarantee that if I was drinking alcohol, I would have never have got that level of clarity to be able to kind of sit down and look at my life and say, is it going the direction that I want it to go? Okay, maybe it is, maybe it's not, but if it's not, can I think clearly about where I want it to go? And when I'm drinking alcohol, I just can't get that same level of clarity. It's night and day, and that for me is the biggest benefit that I have personally received. Is the clarity. So the next point that I want to go into is I want to go into health. Now it's obvious, I'm not going to go into the long-term benefits of not drinking because it's obvious and it's boring. But I'll put a picture on the screen now of what I kind of look like at the, just before, well, I think I just stopped drinking at this point. It had been maybe a week or something like that. But I was, I wasn't looking my best. And I've always been, I've always tried to keep fit and healthy. And the fact that I had slipped, I had put on weight, and I was also, it's not actually something that I've publicly released, but I'll just be straight up. I was smoking cigarettes last time that I drank alcohol, pretty heavily, and I felt like turd, I felt like ass. And again, going back to that point of clarity, I have clarity that I want my body to look a specific way. I want to be strong, I want to be big, I don't want to be fat, I don't mind being a little bit chubby, but I didn't want to be like this, this turd. And being able to combine not waking up with a hangover and having more energy meant that I could go to the gym, and it meant that I could implement consistently. Because when I drank, I would prioritize going out with my friends over going to the gym. So it'd be a Saturday night at 7 p.m. I have no problem going to the gym anymore on a Saturday night at 7 p.m. But as soon as I know that I'm going out drinking, my whole day is excited. And then as soon as I get the opportunity, I'm going. And it screwed me, absolutely screwed me. But yeah, so I got fit and healthy from not drinking alcohol. And, that's great. Obviously the energy side of things, but that's obvious. And the next thing is friendships. So I started building real friendships, right? And I mean, before it's you don't have real friends. This is what I found. When I drink alcohol, it's this Jekyll and Hyde scenario where I turn into a complete jerk. And I wouldn't want to be friends with me if I'm in a drinking phase. And my family notice that I'm different. And I start associating with people that can fuel my addiction, that I can associate with, and I don't feel guilty about my drinking. Because I don't drink like a normal person, I get smashed. So I try and find other people that will support that. And it's very... they're also in a dark place, and it's a very challenging thing, and it's sad, but it's very hard to build a good relationship with somebody that's like that when you're both as kind of temperamental as each other and just self-serving, and you're not really interested in building a real friendship with somebody where you bring value, they bring value, and a good relationship flourishes. It's more about like, how are we going to facilitate our drinking together? And that's how the friendship is based. And then as soon as you remove yourself from drinking, like, those friendships, they ain't going to stick. They ain't going to last. Maybe one or two might, and I don't know if one or two even has for me, but it might do. Like, and your friend might get inspiration from you not drinking, and your friend might think of you, and then you can still have a friendship, which is great. But what I found is that I started spending time with people that their lives don't revolve around alcohol, and for me it did. So these people that when their lives don't revolve around alcohol, they usually have a lot more going on for them. They usually maybe working on a business, maybe competing in some sort of sport. They're fit, they're healthy, they have good relationship with maybe a significant other. And I started hanging around with these type of people. And it's these type of people that they are interested in developing a real friendship, based on being a good friend, which is totally different. And I've got like a real great network now. And that to me is just awesome, right? So there's another one, friendships. The next one is finances. Now, I'm not going to bore you with you can save money. You obviously are going to save money, right? But the biggest thing is the ability to make more money. So when you're not relying on alcohol for confidence or as a crutch, for me, in my situation, I was doing personal training. So it was very important for me to be confident and for me to be sociable. And if I was relying on alcohol to fuel that sociability, it's just unsustainable. So given the nature of my job, I had to build some proper core confidence, so that didn't rely on alcohol. So what happened was, I just got better and better at it. At first, I was really anxious. I was really, a little bit shy, and then you just get used to it. And now, like, it's like I can go to. I usually don't, but I can happily go to a nightclub and not drink alcohol and socialize with people. Because I'm not relying on alcohol, but we're going back to finances. So yeah, you just gain this more confidence, and then going back to that first point of clarity, like, I know how much money I want to make. I know I've got these goals set, and I've got this clarity on what I want to achieve. And that came from quitting drinking in the first place. I gained this clarity. And because I've got the energy, because I've got the confidence, because I've got the clarity, and because I'm able to talk to people better and build real friendships, like all kind of these small things then resulted in me actually making more money. So it's not about saving money. Although you do save money, it's actually quitting alcohol helped me make more money. The final point that I'm just going to briefly touch over is anxiety. So I get waves of anxiety in my life. So I'm not like constantly anxious. I'm usually okay. But some days I will wake up, like maybe after a bad night's sleep, and then I'll start thinking about the future, and my mind just goes, and there'll be some days where I just can't work. Like, I'm just crazy. I'll try and do a bit of work, and I'm like, just dying. I get this feeling in my chest, and when it's not there, it's okay. But I'll tell you, like, it's not gone away 100%. I think I've still got to do some further work on that, but it's decreased significantly. Before, when I drank, it was a lot worse, because I'm like, how long is this going to go on for? Like, seriously, what am I going to be having to do this for the rest of my life? And it would cause huge amounts of anxiety. Excuse me, I'm having a bit of heartburn. I just had ice cream. But yeah, anxiety definitely decreased. Depression as well. I don't really get depressed anymore. That might be part of the change of environment that I've had, because I now have moved to Thailand. So obviously the weather is great, the people are great, the food is great. Financially is a much easier place to survive. So there may be that as an element, but I do believe that alcohol did play a key role in that. So that's kind of the 5 major benefits that I've personally found. And I've not drunk for 365 days. But those 5 benefits, now, the clarity is pretty much instant. The health and energy for me was instant, but I know for not everybody is going to be that way. The friendship thing, I kind of only just realized like 6 months in, like, whoa, the people that I'm around now are like so much better, and I have real good friendships with them. The financial thing, that was, a few weeks into it, and I'm like, I'm making more money. And the anxiety and depression thing, that took a couple of weeks until I started noticing that. So these aren't like super long term. I have only been not drinking for a year, but they were pretty fast to see those results. I saw them, all of them within a few weeks. And yeah, I want to share that with you. Hopefully get some inspiration. Like if you're struggling on your journey, feel free to reach out. Feel free to drop me a message. Hopefully you gain a bit of inspiration from this if you're struggling, because you know there is light at the end of the tunnel. If you keep going without drinking, it just gets better and better and better. And I'm so happy that I chose this life. I'm so happy that I chose this path of staying sober. And yeah, guys, that's what I wanted to share. Just make sure to hit subscribe to the channel, support the channel. I would like to keep making content about this. If you like it, smash the thumbs up, and yeah, see you in the next one, guys. Peace.